Hi guys, got some new kit today in lovely bright orange colours. They're both the Gelert X-treme Lite range. We've got a 3/4 length self-inflating mattress which comes in at just over 500 grams, and we've got the Gelert X-treme Lite 1000, which it claims is a 2 to 3 season rating bag, and that weighs 1 kilogram. 1000 refers to the weight in grams. So together we've got just over 1.5 kilograms. So if we look to compare them with the winter kit that I'm currently using, now it's not a direct comparison, there are some differences, but the Van Gogh Night Star 350 and a Happy Land, or whatever it's called, self-inflating mat that I've had for a number of years. Now they weigh in 2 kilograms for the sleeping bag and 900 gram for the self-inflating mat. That's a full-length mat, which I think is 3 centimeters thick. The Gelert one is 4 centimeters thick, but it's only a 3/4 length. Now the sleeping bag is rated to minus 1.8, I think, as a comfort temperature. Let's just check on that. There we go. So it's rated for colder weather. It says comfort minus 1.8, limit minus 18, but I think that's, hypothermia limit. You're not going to be comfortable. The Night Star says, well, it's actually presented in a different way. I've always took it the minus 5 as being the equivalent to the minus 1.8 on the Gelert. And obviously they've got an extreme of minus 23, which is, I suppose you would expect that with it being a much more bulky bag. But I think we've got newer materials and construction on this Gelert range, the X-treme Lite range. So what I'm going to do is compare them, and you can obviously see from the start, weight wise we're looking at half the weight, and I suppose we're close to half the size as well overall. The dimensions of the Van Gogh sleeping bag, pretty big. The Gelert bag looks okay at the moment, and both of them do compress further down. Same with the sleeping mat. The Gelert one is considerably smaller, but what I want to do is actually inflate it and then deflate it and see if it does fold away as small as when it first came out of the packaging. Okay, so we've got a couple of elasticated straps with Velcro tab on them. Keep them to one side. Inside the packaging we have got a stuff sack. It's quite handy, and an emergency puncture repair kit, just in case the worst happens. Now what I would normally do with this is stuff it with some clothing that you're not wearing and use it as a pillow. It's quite compact, but it's fair diameter, that'll be useful. Bright orange. So let's just leave it to inflate itself to start off with. And okay, I shook it about a bit, the air did go in, although a bit slowly. And it took 5 big breaths to make it nice and firm. So that's not bad at all. You can feel the fact that it is 4 centimetres, which is that bit thicker than quite a lot of mattresses on the market. And so that also adds to the insulation properties of your sleep system. So what I'm going to do now is get the sleeping bag out, just see how that fits together. Okay, so the spec says ridge hood, loose shell, dual draw cord, secure internal pocket, lightweight with a compression sack. Okay, there's the hood. Velcro fasten there, covering the zip. Toggle to pull the hood and front tight. And then all the way down to a box section at the end. We've also got a couple of hanging straps there as well to air it out if need be. Zip goes all the way down to here. And the second zip, the second zip at the bottom, so you can use it for ventilation if you're too hot. So when used together, the mat, being the 3/4 mat, goes to basically the position at the back of your knees if you're lying down on your back. Really from that position you don't have much contact, your feet are the main point of contact. I suppose it depends how you sleep. You've got that quite a thick mat. The 3/4 advantage is it weighs a lot less than the full length one, and also less pack size. Right, so I'm going to try. What I've done under the pillow, I've just stuffed my cardigan in there just to give us a pillow. That's the stuff sack from the mat. So let's see if we can zip up all the way up and pull the drawstring to the hood. It'll sometimes be a little bit fiddly just to get yourself sorted. Okay, so there we go. So, in conclusion, the Gelert X-treme bag, definitely a lot less bulky, a lot lighter than the current bag I've got. Inside it doesn't have the shoulder baffles. It's a different type of material and filling. It feels more like a down filling. And as with most bags, or different manufacturers of bags, they actually rate them slightly different to each other. Now Gelert, I suppose, quite honestly, say that this is a 2/3 season sleeping bag. I don't know whether really the standard is meant to be comfort at -5. But it depends on what time of year you go camping and where you go camping. Now what I'm going to do is, I think, move on to this bag because of the weight saving and the bulk saving. Now there's a few other things you can do if you do think you are taking your bag to the limit. Obviously insulation underneath you is really important, so using in combination with this new mat, that's definitely going to help underneath. And there's just a couple of other things you can do really just to give yourself a more comfortable night's sleep. One of the main things is not to get into your bag cold. You want to make some body heat. Go for a quick walk, do some running on the spot or jumping jacks before you get in. Get yourself another pair of socks on, because your feet are always going to be the first thing to get cold. Now, what I realised is that in the winter I use a sort of double layer coat, so it's like a fleece and then the outer. Now if it's really cold, or I think it might drop even colder than it is when I'm going to sleep, what I'll do, it's not very comfortable to sleep in your outer shell, but to sleep in a fleece is actually quite comfortable. So I'll sleep like that. At least to start off the night, just to make sure I get toasty warm, I'll normally wear just a basic woolly hat and get that inside the hood, so you save a lot of that body heat that gets lost out your head. Now you can even take that a bit more extreme. If you think your face is going to be cold, then you can stick a balaclava on, which will keep even more heat in off your face, which is exposed. And lastly, I'll show you what you can do with the outer part of your jacket. Okay, a neat little trick you can do with your jacket. Put it down at the feet end. Put the sleeping bag in, and then zip your jacket up. So it just gives you that little bit more insulation all round down by your feet. So there we are. Easily fits back into the stuff sack with the mat. Just put the straps on the outside. There's plenty of space in it. That's with the sleeping bag with the compression straps tightened up.